So we're back to the Stingers franchise. Last episode, we went and played another season here in the Stingers franchise, and it's a pretty successful one too. We went and won the NBA championship once again, and our franchise, I believe, has 16 or 17 titles in its franchise history, so we're doing very well at this point. Plus, our team went and added a brand new player, brand new prospect to this team, or even just brand new young talent to the team, and his name is Frank Perry. So last episode, we went and traded Archie Wells, our backup point guard, to the Pelicans for Frank Perry. He's first overall. He's 84 overall, start off power forward. He's got great stats, great athleticism, almost everything's great except his 3-point scoring. So Frank Perry, watch for the name, watch for the game. He's gonna have a great overall career, the Cincinnati Stingers, in the next few years. So there's our roster after the last year. We went and saw Coty Wilkins go up to 98 overall here with that boost, and our team, man, is just killing at this point. I'm hoping to go see a great year to Coty Wilkins and the crew, but right now, last time we went and played the Minnesota Timberwolves in the finals. We went against them. I believe we swept them too, so easy peasy finals last time. But this season we start off 3-2 here. We lose the I believe the Grizzlies and the Pacers there, and it's by big margins though. So our team, it seems to have a few growing pains with Frank Perry at the 4 spot, but right now Coty Wilkins, he's out with looks like a left humerus fracture. 6 to 8 weeks he's out. So our top player, 98 overall, he's suddenly gone with injury, and our team, it can't really balance without him though too. Our team 26-7 at this point, not too bad, but really we want to go and leave our win or losses in the 1-digit column. Usually that's what we usually do as a Stingers franchise, but right now, it seems to be coming back here, 3 wins in a row. But look, when it does come to injuries though on this team, we have 3 major injuries on this team. We have one, Frank Perry, our rookie, is out to 1 to 2 weeks. We do, of course, know day-to-day. We do have our man Coty Wilkins only out day-to-day still after a major injury earlier in the season. So hopefully these injuries not affect all their potential and their growing, because that's the one thing I hate about this game though, is when there's major injuries on some players, they're never the same after. Like I remember Norman Powell in my I believe earlier on this franchise mode, Norman Powell was never the same ever since he got injured. So hopefully it doesn't happen to any of my stars in this team. But at the halfway point of the season, we're 45-10 going into the All-Star break. Not too bad, I guess. Frank Perry second in rookie of the year to Dante Thompson. 6th man of the year, you have nobody there. Craig Lawson and Cody Kerr, both 1 and 2 there in DPOY. Even though Cody Kerr had the major injury last year, he's still doing very well. And on our All-Stars, though, we have Coty Wilkins, Craig Lawson on there. Then we go all the way down to the bottom of the list, and Cody Kerr just makes the cut. So we have 3 All-Stars this season. Kerr, we do have actually Kerr, Wilkins, and Craig Lawson. So not too bad a guess for the season. I thought for sure Gar Snow would be an all-star, or even Frank Perry though. I thought he was doing pretty well too. But when it comes to our dunk contest, we do have Frank Perry, and then the starters contest we have Frank Perry too. So usually rookies end up doing well in the dunk contest. Plus you have Acadia, or however you say it, on the Stars team. But when it comes to re-signing, so we re-signed Coty Wilkins to a 3-year deal, over 30 mil. But Craig Lawson, not enough money to go and re-sign him, so you go and trade our backup point guard Mel Humphreys and 2 seconds to the Memphis Grizzlies for a backup player in Miles Bridges Jr. at point guard. So we got that all settled out. Now go re-sign Craig Lawson as potentially his last contract of his career, because he's only got like 3 years left in his career left. So you never know what he's gonna do next year. But Frank Perry, 8 points and rebounds in that game for the Rising Stars contest. When it comes to All-Star game though, you have Cody Kerr and Lawson. But we are going in the last half of the season though. We gotta go and have a great record though, because the Celtics #1 in the East right now, which is not good for us. So right now, Celtics and us basically trading places every win or loss just to see who's #1 in the East. But at this point though, we're pretty much clinched though. We have only 14 losses, they have 18. We won our conference. So Tyler Weaver, MVP once again, I believe for like the 6th time in a row. Dante Thompson is Rookie of the Year over Frank Perry. Phil McLeod is 6th man of the year. Craig Lawson, DPOY over Coty Kerr. And then you have Matt Sparks, Most Improved. And when the rest of the awards are like, these players take forever to load on this game. But Logan Schmidt wins Coach of the Year over Andre Drummond, who gets #1 in the East. So for some reason, even though Logan Schmidt's second in his conference, he didn't have actually a decent year last year too. So I don't know how he won that. But no Stingers on the first team, no Stingers on the second team. Third team, you finally have the DPOY winner Craig Lawson. Then defensive first team, you have Coty Kerr and Craig Lawson on the first defensive team. So not too bad there, I guess. All defensive second team, no Stingers on that one. All rookie first team, we have Frank Perry, and that's about it for the rest of the players. But when it comes to the playoffs though, we're going in the playoffs 68-14 record, not too bad I guess, not too shabby. But this season though, Coty Wilkins obviously stepped up, now 98 overall. I'm hoping he has a great overall postseason for us and gets us another title here. But our first round matchup is against the Atlanta Hawks, 40-42. I mean, we're gonna destroy them easily, though. The only player they do have is former Stinger himself, Thon Reed. I believe we drafted him like 5th overall. Remember having him back in the day. But when it does come to injuries, though, we do have no injuries on our team. They have 2 in Ranch each, and so on. But game 1, they actually take game 1, so we do not sweep our first round matchup for like the first time in like 10 or 12 years. So that's pretty weird to see that. But for some reason, we lose game 1. Now we're down 0-1 for the first time ever in the first round. Then we take game 2 to make it a 1-1 series here in the first round. Brady puts up 25, lost in 20 and 16. Garcino triple-double, that one 17, 50, and 10. So not too bad there, I guess. Game 3, we take game 3 to make it a 2-1 series lead for us, a lead in this series finally. But Coty Wilkins puts up 44 points in that one. Huge game out of him, monster game. Brady puts up 17, 2, and 11, so not too bad there. But speaking of Brady, though, Tom Brady came back from down for 25 points last night in the Super Bowl. That's pretty incredible to see that. But I guess it's just how well Brady's playing these games. Brady puts up 25 in that game again. Now we're up 3-1 in the series. We have the opportunity to go and clinch this series in this game. If we do by 1 point, 132, 131, we moved on to the semifinals after losing game 1. So Garcino triple-double, that one 20, 15, and 14. This man is amazing, though. This guy is crazy good at basketball. Now in the second series, facing off against the Chicago Bulls, who are usually better than us in almost every single series. We lost them last time we faced them in a series. They're 62 and 20 in this season. It's looking like they're gonna have a great overall playoff series against us. Game 1, though, we take game 1 to make the series lead for us, as Brady puts up 21, 2, and 12, and that one double-double. Frank Brady 20 and 18, 3 for 12 shooting, though. This man is not having a good overall postseason shooting. I guess it's those postseason jitters. But they take game 2 to make this a 1-1 series in the semifinals. So Frank Perry 60 and 12 in that one. Again, bad shooting out of Frank Perry, though. This man has got to cut down on his shooting if you want to win some games. Game 3, we take that one, 2-1 series lead for us. Farley 37 in that one, but Wilkins 46 and 11, crazy game at him. Frank Perry 7 for 18 shooting that one, 1 for 5 from the 3-point line, even though he shouldn't be taking threes. This man cannot hit from 3, but 3-1 series lead after that game, and now we finally put a stranglehold on these Bulls. But Wilkins 30 points in that one, lost since 26 and 12, and so on. So heading into game 5, we can go and take out the Bulls in this one. We do easily, 135-86 final. So I believe we win by like 50 points in that one. To 135-86 is just domination. But even domination is an understatement. We destroyed them completely and even embarrassed them to move on to the ECF. And now we're taking on the second place East Boston Celtics. So Celtics over there in the West, OKC Thunder taking on the Kansas City Knights. So it's usually like deja vu all over again. Usually face off against Celtics in the ECF, and the Knights and the Thunder shall take it on in the West. But Celtics decent overall lineup there. They have 1 injury in Darius Randolph, and we have no injuries so far in the playoffs. Just pretty incredible, I guess. But we take game 1, 1-0 series lead for us. Frank Perry 20 and 10 and that one for a double-double. And it looks like the other Perry in the team had 14 points for them too. But game 2, they take this one and make this 1-1 series lead, all tied up at 1 apiece. As Cody Kerr puts up 30 and 12, I guess good game out of him. But Frank Perry 7 for 30 shooting. This man, he's got to cut down his shooting if he want to win. Even though he had 26 points, 15 boards, that's good and all, but still, that shooting is the reason why we lose games like that. So we got to go and change something, I guess, in the settings so Frank Perry does not take as many shots. But game 3 of the series, they take this one to make this a 2-1 series lead for them, and now we're down in this series. So Baxter 17 points in that one, but Perry for them though 15 points, not too bad there. But Brady puts up 23 for us, and we got to go and change the shooting though. We got to get some scoring options in this place. So but game 4, we take this one and make it all tied up at 2 apiece here in the ECF. Brady 31 points in that one, 12 assists. We have Garcino 26 and 12. And look at that though, Perry only 3 for 7, so he didn't shoot as much, and we actually won a game. So I guess it's the key to us winning is Perry not taking as many shots. But game 5, now we take that one to make this a 3-2 series lead for us. 29 points out of Coty Wilkins. That one, Garcino 23, Kerr 20, and Perry 6 for 10 shooting, only 0 for 1 from the 3. So he's not shooting as much, but the problem is that the Celtics, they have a tendency to go and come back from 3-1 in this series. They've just done it a lot, or even 3-2. We take them out, 119-102 final, moving on to the finals once again in this franchise mode. So we obliterate the Celtics once again here by 17 points. Now we're moving on to the finals, take on either the OKC Thunder or the Kansas City Knights. And the Knights blow a 3-2 lead. We're facing off against the OKC Thunder here in the finals. So the Knights, I guess Frank Hopkins just blew it though. His team, actually not Frank Hopkins, he obviously played well, but his team did not play at the pace he did, and now they're gonna go and sit on the couch and watch our series as the Thunder take on the Cincinnati Stingers here in the finals. But Thunder, they have just a bad team overall. They have no players over 88 overall. I mean, we're gonna destroy them just Plain and simple, though. We have 90 overall Brady, 93 overall Garcino, 97 overall Wilkins, 84 overall Perry, 97 overall Craig Lawson. We have tons of legends on this team, basically. They're all going to be like NBA legends, most likely. Garcino, Brady, everybody involved. But the Thunder, they have one injury. We have no injuries so far in the finals or even the playoffs whatsoever. So we're doing very well avoiding the injury bug this postseason. But game 1 of the finals, we take this one 152-146 in overtime, in fact. But Wilkins, pinched nerve in the back, he's out for the season, which is not good for us. But right now, he's 89 overall, -7. Maybe he might be able to go and play through the injury if he's tough enough. But the rest, though, at least we won that game. That's all that really matters at this point for us. But Sissy, though, he had 35 points for them. Robinson, 23, as we take a 1-0 series lead in this finals. But Wilkins, he can play, though, so leave him in there in the starting lineup. We win the next game, 148-123 final. We're up 2-0 here in the finals, as Wilkins puts up 30 in the injury game, though. Even though he's injured, he played well. Garcino, 44 points now in monster game to Garcino. This man is great at shooting the basketball, though. He is great. But Sissy, 33 points now, and he is doing well for the Thunder. But game 3 of the finals, we are first game in OKC, and we just destroy them 128, or not really destroy them, I guess. 128-121 final there in game 3 of the finals. But when it comes to points, so we have Garcino, 20 points in that one. Brady, 25. Wilkins, 18. And he's still injured, so he's playing very well, even though he's injured. And the rest, though, we have Frank Battle, 23 points, 10 assists now for the Thunder, but just not enough to go and get him a win. But game 4, we can go and sweep the Thunder and take another championship here if we win this game in OKC.
On the inside.
That's really one of his specialties, altering shots in close.
On the court right now for Cincinnati, they've got Wilkins. He's out there with Snow, and it's Kerr in a power forward. And they've done it, the new NBA champions.
And how about the road that these guys have been down, and it ends with an NBA championship. A heartfelt congratulations to everyone who's taking part in that celebration right there. Pure joy.
You have to hand it to the entire organization. They worked together to get right here.
And guys, what a reward for the fan base. I mean, I know one thing. They're going to enjoy this memory for a long, long time.
And we have enjoyed our time with you folks all season long. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. Have a wonderful summer.
And the Stingers have won yet another championship here in this franchise mode. So Stingers, the legend of the Stingers is growing season by season. Coty Wilkins there is finals MVP, but the rest, though, like, our legend of this team, though, is amazing, though. I believe we have 8 + 8 on that one. How many titles is that, though? I believe that's like 4, 8, 9, 18 titles here in this franchise mode. I'm just gonna guess about 18 on that one. So 18 overall NBA titles. I don't know if that's a record or not. I'm not really sure at this point. But if you know if it is a record, put it in the comments below. But for stats, though, our stats are just flat out amazing for our players. But when it comes to retirements, though, we do have Gordon Delk, we have Eldon Townsend, and we do have the man who picked up in the free agency to go and play to get a ring, Derek Barry. So Derek Barry, he averaged 10.6 points per game there in last season. So he actually played a pretty pivotal role there as a backup in our season. Everett Delk, though, it's been all seasons there in Chicago. We took him out in the playoffs. We have Newsom, the West Newsom, played a few seasons with the Stingers, won a few rings. And Gar Irvin, look at this man's stats. He averaged 30.7 points per game in his career, scored over, I don't know how many points, 29,000 points there in his career. But the thing is about some of these players out in this franchise mode, no awards whatsoever. Only 1 All-Star appearance and 2, I guess, second team All-NBAs. I think that's what it is. So it just sucks whenever that happens. But when it comes to draft lottery, though, no top picks for us at this point. So we have really no shot to win the lottery. But the first overall pick goes to the LA Lakers. Second Pistons, third is the Suns. Let's move on to the NBA draft in, I believe, 2050 and see who gets picked by the first and second overall picks.
With the first pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Ivan Bagaric from Croatia. With the second pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Darrell Reed from the University of Kansas. draft, the New York Knicks select Omar Ruiz from Mexico. With the 4th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select the 20-year-old small forward from the University of Arkansas. With the 5th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select the 20-year-old point guard from Fresno State. With the 6th pick in the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Willis Todd from Mississippi State University. With the 7th pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Victor Horsley from George Washington University. With the 8th pick in the NBA draft, Ed Harris from the University of Houston. With the 9th pick in the NBA draft, the Portland Trailblazers select Darrell Hines from Butler University. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Cody Peterson from the University of Wisconsin. The 33rd pick in the NBA draft, Clay Dennis from George Washington University.
So I guess I was wrong when referring to the 1st and 2nd overall picks, because this draft was not too bad for the top 5. You have a 79, 81, 77, 77, not too bad top 5 right there. Even a 79 there in 5th with Russell Westbrook going to the Pacers. So I don't know why they call him Russell Westbrook 2. He should have been Russell Westbrook the 3rd, because Russell Westbrook Jr. actually got drafted like 20 years in this franchise mode ago. So yeah, it's pretty weird they named him Russell Westbrook 2, but I guess his grandfather played on OKC Thunder years and years ago in this franchise mode, so hopefully he lives up to his grandpa's hype and beats out his father, Russell Westbrook Jr. But when it comes to your options, though, in the NBA, you have like the same old kind of things of like usual 70 overalls, usually decline and stuff, but your NBA free agents, though, you have Davis, 87 overall, we have Webb, 85, Eric Walton, free agent once again, 84 overall. We go and trade Doyle Mark there for point guard, I guess, in Edgar Payne, because we need a backup point guard anyway, or a backup shooting guard, in fact. So you go and get that happening now. Our team in the progression, though, we do have Coty Wilkins, 98 overall, and the rest, like, we have 80 overall Acadia. He's grown tremendously ever since getting picked 12th overall. And the rest, though, we have like, some bench players go down, but Acadia, though, he's playing very well, got up to 80 overall. But look at that, Marvin Reeves, 86 overall there in the next year's draft. This man is going to be the GOAT, though. He is great, though. Usually when I say he's the GOAT, I'm usually just kidding, but this man, 86 overall to start off his career, gonna turn into maybe a Chris Mayo again. Hopefully he doesn't really turn to Chris Mayo, because Chris Mayo didn't really have that great of a career. But Andrew, though, he's not too bad. McGee's not too bad, and so on. So this draft class not too bad next year. But when you check out some of the players who 99 overall, Coty Wilkins is the first time I've ever seen 99 overall ever since LeBron in 2012 or NBA 2K12 or 2K13. So it's pretty weird to see that. Coty Wilkins, look at all his stats, so A+ everything. This man is just amazing, though. I'm just gonna go look through all his stats and stuff if you want to see it. But I guess let's start off here. Make sure to subscribe for more Stingers franchise ball. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.